Welcome to day 2 of our Restorative Yoga Challenge. If you happen to miss day 1, please check out either the Play Tennis Practice Yoga or the OnCourt Offcourt YouTube channel for that video. So for today's practice, all you need is your yoga mat. If you're practicing on a carpeted surface, you might not even need that. And I would suggest having either a yoga block, a couple of firm pillows, or maybe even a couple of blankets that can easily be stacked on top of one another. With that said, let's go ahead and practice our pose of the day. So today we'll be practicing supported bridge pose, and I'm going to be using a yoga bolster. At home, you might use a couple of firm pillows, or if you have a pillow that has some height and some firmness to it, that might work, along with the yoga block or some folded blankets. So I'm going to come onto my back and have this accessible. In a moment, I'll also show you how to use a foldable yoga mat. I like to come down onto my back first with my feet about 4 to 5 inches away from the hips. Then I'm going to lift my hips up into that bridge pose, and I'm going to bring the propping beneath my hips. So basically, you want the propping beneath the hips so that your pelvis is in a neutral position. It doesn't feel like it's tilting forward or backward, or maybe like two flat surfaces are being pressed towards one another. And then you can open the palms out at the sides. So the idea here is that you allow a heaviness to come to the hips, you open the palms towards the sides, and you let go into the propping beneath you. So for option number 2, so what's kind of cool about this foldable yoga mat is that if you fold it up all the way, it mimics a bolster, a yoga bolster. So again, I'll have that accessible. I'm going to slowly come down. You have an idea of where I'm going now. Again, I'll get my feet set about 4 to 5 inches away from the hips. Feet are about hips width apart. And then again, I take a little time for adjusting in the pose. Notice how I don't have propping beneath my head. You really don't want any propping here. There are exceptions, but it's just a little better for the neck. And then again, I can open my palms. I might even tuck my shoulder blades beneath me a bit. And I want to just gently ground into the feet, ground into the upper arms, into the back of the head. And again, I'll set my smart timer, could be 2 minutes. Might find it a little more beneficial if you set it for a little longer, maybe in that 5 to 7 minute, perhaps even 10-minute time frame. And then just breathe into the passive opening along the front of the hips, the belly, the chest. We're counteracting that bent over position that we're in when we're on court with knees bent, head forward. And once you've been there for your desired amount of time, you'll slowly, always want to come out slowly out of these restorative postures. You'll come on out, maybe you'll take a breath or two in a seated position before you go out along your way. So if you enjoyed this practice, please follow along with us on the Play Tennis Practice Yoga and the OnCourt Offcourt YouTube channels and our Instagram pages this week. Interact with us. Let us know how these practices are feeling in your bodies, and engage with us for a chance to win not only the foldable yoga mat, but the Get a Grip mat and some other cool prizes. There's a mat bag and also a neuromuscular balancing course. So check those things out. Join us on day 3 for the next practice in this series.